Before we dive in, if you manage AI coding agents in your workflow, check out Conductor OSS. It orchestrates multiple agents locally, works with Claude Code, Codex, and Gemini CLI right out of the box, and runs fully on your own machine. Link is conductros.com. Now, stop typing prompts. Start drawing them. Alibaba just dropped Qwen 3.5-Omni, and one of its features is so different, it could change how everyday people build software. They call it audio-visual vibe coding. And after watching the demo, I think this is the most natural way humans have ever instructed a machine to write code. Here's the setup. Instead of typing a prompt like "build me a product catalog with detail pages," what if you could just grab a pen, draw a rough sketch of the UI you want, point at the part you care about, and say what you need out loud? Watch what happens. Let me zoom out for a second. Current AI coding tools, Cursor, Bolt, V0, all of them work the same way. You open a chat, you type a prompt, you copy-paste code, you debug, you prompt again. It works. But there's a fundamental mismatch in how we communicate. When you think "I want a product catalog with a detail page," you don't think in code. You think in UI. You picture the screen. You know what buttons do. The text prompt is an intermediary translation step that most people are terrible at. The prompt is the bottleneck. And that bottleneck means that 95% of people who have ideas for software still can't build them, because they can't translate their vision into the exact words an AI needs to hear. Alibaba's Qwen team looked at that bottleneck and asked a different question: what if the input wasn't text at all? The demo starts with nothing but a hand-drawn wireframe on a whiteboard. The user draws a simple phone UI, just rectangles on a sketch. A header, some buttons, some content boxes. Then a hand comes in and points to one of the boxes, and the user says out loud, like they're talking to a colleague, "I want to display an airplane." Not a code prompt. A sentence. Pointing at the specific box where the airplane should go. The Qwen model is watching this. It's processing the sketch visually, and it's processing the spoken words simultaneously. And immediately, it starts generating code, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, in real time. The preview shows up in seconds. Airplane product card in the right spot. User goes back to the sketch, points at another box, says all the images should change. The model updates the code. Then the user says, "I want you to display different detail pages," and the model generates a full product detail page, with a Buy Now button, click interactions, a success message. The iteration continues. User points at the bottom of the sketch and says, "Include additional details." Then points at a specific section and adds an information such as elevation. The model keeps updating the code, CSS for detail containers, back buttons, heart-shaped like buttons with animated counts, altitude pills, feature tags. By the end, the generated code produces a full Amazon rainforest detail page, large image, altitude data, like counts, by flow, back navigation, all from a hand-drawn sketch and spoken words. That's the demo. Now let me break down why this actually matters. Qwen 3.5-Omni dropped on March 30, 2026. It's two models, Qwen 3.5-Omni Plus, the full version, and Qwen 3.5-Omni Flash, the faster variant. Both handle text, image, audio, and video natively, not as bolted-on features, but as first-class input types. The model was trained to reason across simultaneously. The benchmark numbers are serious. Qwen 3.5-Omni Plus leads across audio-visual tasks, audio tasks, speech generation, vision benchmarks like MMBench and real-world QA, and text benchmarks like IFEval and MML-Euredex. This isn't a research preview, this is a model that's shipped and available. And the audio-visual vibe coding feature, the hand-drawn wireframe plus spoken instruction workflow, that's built into the model natively. No special agent layer. No extra prompt engineering. The model sees your sketch and hears your words at the same time, and it reasons across both modalities to generate working code. Here's why I'm paying attention to this. The history of software interfaces is a story of lowering barriers. Command line to GUI. GUI to drag-and-drop builders. Drag-and-drop to no-code platforms. Each step made building software accessible to more people. And each step was met with the same skepticism: real developers won't use this, it's just for beginners. And then the professionals adopted it anyway, because faster is faster. Audiovisual vibe coding is that next step. But it's different from the no-code tools that came before it, because it's not constrained by what a drag-and-drop interface was designed to support. You're not dragging pre-built components. You're describing, in the most natural way humans communicate, what you want to build. The model figures out the implementation. Think about what this means for industries beyond software. An architect who wants to prototype a building interface. A small business owner who needs an internal tool but can't afford a developer. A teacher who wants to illustrate concepts interactively. A product manager who has an idea at 11 p.m. and doesn't want to wait for a sprint. The user in this demo, they never wrote a line of code. They never opened a file. They never ran a terminal command. They drew and they talked. And they got working software. That's a different world. And it's closer than most people think. Now, the honest caveats. The demo showed a single HTML file output. That's powerful for demos and prototypes, but production apps need routing, state management, back-end logic. This is a starting point, not a replacement for full-stack development. We also don't know how it handles ambiguous sketches or edge cases in the code it generates. Also, this is one model doing everything. Vision understanding, audio transcription, code generation, real-time rendering, all at once. That's impressive, but it also means the code quality depends on how well the model understands your specific sketch. Better sketches probably lead to better code. Here's the thing though, this kind of natural language, multimodal interface to AI coding is exactly what Conductor OSS is built to orchestrate. Conductor lets you connect your local coding agents, Claude Code, Codex, Gemini CLI, and dispatch work to them through a clean dashboard. Qwen understands what you want. Conductor makes sure the right agent builds it, locally, on your machine. Check out the repo, github.com/sharonik06/conductoross. It's open source, it runs locally, and it works with the agents you're probably already using. Link is also at conductoros.com. If this was useful, smash that subscribe button. I break down AI launches like this every week, and I'll keep bringing you the signal, the context, and the honest take on what actually matters. Next video is coming fast. Until then, check out conductoros.com. Open source, fully local AI agent orchestration. GitHub Repo is linked there too. See you in the next one.